Hello, welcome to the Brave Traveler. I'm your host, IR, and it's been a while. I mean, over a week, I think. So I didn't do my weekend show because I had company over, and whenever that happens, I tend to not do anything that I'm supposed to do. So I'm thinking I'm not going to have company over for the weekends anymore, and hopefully I'll get more work done. Because I have several projects that I'm doing, and I just don't friggin' do them when I have distractions. This is, I guess, a pretty big side effect of having ADHD. You know, you need your focus. And then I'll just have a car accident in my mind when it comes to deciding what to do with my time. This, that, or the other, which I can't decide. Maybe a video game. Anyways, it's been a heck of a week. Or has it been 2 weeks of this Austin Metcalf and Anthony Carmelo Shiloh Hendricks situation. I don't want to start with that just because how do you follow up that entire debacle event situation of obvious tribal racism that's being pushed by the goblins? It is. But it does seem that a lot more people are waking up to the truth of things, even the things that we're not told about, that you actually have to go out of your way, do some homework and dig, and then you'll find it. You'll find a ton of information that was never handed to us in school. Duh. So I can't follow up that big giant story that's just full of important information, and then follow that up with like, Switch 2 games are now more expensive apparently because of tariffs. Yeah, no. So I'm going to start with the shit that, it doesn't really matter. I can talk about it for a minute or a few seconds, and that's enough. I'm just going to go through the list of things that I've been putting off because... Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I never talked about this. I don't know why, but I shouldn't even have mentioned that great stuff, that meaningful, important world event stuff. Not first. Anyways. This is even going to sound stupid, me following what I just mentioned with this. But, oh well. Let's do it anyways. Dragon Ball Daima has been over now for, I don't know, a few months. Yeah, I think. And I never said anything, even though I watched every episode. Even when stupid piece of garbage Netflix refused, like all of a sudden they just refused to show the next episode because fuck you, I guess. I think they were thinking that, this will build up anticipation and even it'll give people more time to hear about this great show, and we'll get even more viewers. I just kind of took that as a fuck you to the fans that are actually watching your damn show. On Netflix, I mean. Not the show itself. So I saw it in I think it's kind of like a pirate website that shows you a bunch of anime shows. And it didn't make me wait. I didn't have to wait on fucking Netflix. I could actually just go to this website and just watch the next episode as it came out. I think it was coming out on Fridays. While Netflix did its stupid shit and played with audiences, like, not this week, you'll have to wait. Fuck you. I can't remember the name of the website. It's a great website. I don't necessarily want to commercialize it just because what if it gets taken down? But let me see. I'll look it up. Because why not? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's hianime.to. Awesome website. It has every friggin' anime ever. I have no idea how they don't get canceled, but I love it. They have everything and in a bunch of different languages also. So if you don't want to read the fucking subtitles, which after you've seen about 1,000 of those, you kind of get sick of them. They have them in English, the English dubs, which are my favorite. But I'm willing to read the subtitles if I have to. Like, obviously, for Dragon Ball Daima, I did that because I watched them with my daughter. So that was pretty special for me. Everything else Dragon Ball I've already shown to my daughter, and it was stuff I had already seen. So this was something we got to experience together, and that was nice. But so I had to read the subtitles pretty much, and I keep hearing that there's an English dub, but it was only available in theaters, and now it's only available in Crunchyroll, something like that. I don't know. So I wouldn't mind watching it again just to see it in English or or even in Spanish. Why not? But the show was really enjoyable. The art was amazing. I really enjoy hand-drawn animation. And if any of it wasn't hand-drawn, it still looked hand-drawn. So I really enjoyed the style of animation for Daima. At first, I kind of thought, like, where is this shit going? Why are they even talking about demons again? Isn't it enough that Dragon Ball, throughout Dragon Ball Z, you have a character called Mr. Satan, and the little tiny animation for going to commercial and coming back from commercial would have a vehicle with 666 on it. I mean, fuck. It's just so friggin' obvious. There was some interesting stuff. Some very interesting things when it came to the firmament in Dragon Ball Daima that connected other worlds through the ocean in the sky. It was really incredible because even if they weren't saying it directly, they were referencing the biblical firmament. And I believe even the description of where we are from the Book of Enoch. So things like that I thought were interesting. And I don't believe that, what's his name, Akira Toriyama, is actually dead. I think that much like what I've heard said about J.K. Rowling and how she's really just an actress, that there is no J.K. Rowling, that Harry Potter was a work done by a group of people and not just one person, which makes a lot more sense than in the stupid story we got about her, which is she was a single mom and didn't have enough money, and then one day she's at a diner or something, writing down a story that would end up being Harry Potter. Really. So most single mothers don't stay single for very long. So if we're going off of first-hand experience and not the possibilities, right? Because we tend to get one version of the truth when we experience things in our lives and we see them how they really are. And then we hear about stories that are completely different, or we get shown those examples in movies or television, and they're completely different. Like, I'm not saying that women, like, here's my next example, and let me introduce it by saying I'm not trying to imply that women are not intelligent, because I've met genius women in person. So I know they're real. They exist. But that's not predominantly my experience from the people I've known in my life. Usually it's not exactly the opposite, but it's not what you get in Hollywood. Hollywood would have the masses believe that women are at all times girl bosses, the hero, very righteous, always right, nonstop dignity. And from what I've read in the Gnostic texts, which there's some stuff in there that I might agree with, but it still feels like a fake story, like a forced narrative, and it's not at all like the Bible, where at times you can feel that it's a different writer. In the Gnostic texts, they feel very, very similar. And I think it's a satanic book. It's what the Freemasons believe in, and in it states that Sophia is the creator of everything, and that men should be more like women, and it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. There's a couple of stories in there that are really creative and that I think are meant to fill in gaps in the Bible that might confuse people. These stories of Yaldabaoth and his offspring, the demons, the artificial humans, the divine spark in some humans, and the artificial humans are created by the demons. Interesting. As interesting as it may be, you can see how they're the ones that are pumping in this shit into Hollywood. I'm pretty sure it's the Freemasons, and while it's also a bunch of other groups, I think they all kind of merge into one group. The higher up you go there in their ranks. And as I was kind of getting to, I don't think Akira Toriyama was an actual person, and if he was, no, I don't think so. There's a handful of pictures. There's some pictures that you can clearly tell that's not the same person. He did maybe one video interview. There's another interview, but I mean, come on, there's no video, it's just audio. And it's the same fucking story for almost all the other manga writers, you know, where They don't give out the real name. There's no picture. There's no information. Fuck off. I mean, how easy would it be for a satanic group of people to just come up with stories to sell to people by adding certain little gimmicks that they know kids will enjoy? Certain little aspects of a story that they know will appeal to the masses. I have a feeling, and even the YouTube channel Mind Unveiled has hinted at this pretty strongly, that the elite, the L's, they communicate with one another through children's movies, shows, comic books, probably. Anyways, back to the show. It was nice and enjoyable and very interesting as usual. A very simple story. I think that can resonate with a lot of people because there's truth resonates with us, and there's a lot of indirect bits of truth, like with the firmament. I kind of would have liked it. I would have enjoyed a longer series. I think it was just like 20 episodes. And for a moment, I was reading articles and thinking about the show and thinking that maybe it could be longer. Why not? I mean, if supposedly this is the last thing that, the creator was ever involved in, that's pretty much the end. That's the end of Dragon Ball. And even the manga stopped putting out stories. So I don't know what this guy, Toyotaru, I don't know what he's waiting on. Because I think he wrote that one story where Frieza comes back even stronger than before just to beat up Goku and Vegeta. How? He became black. Oh, man. Okay. So he trained for 10 years in one of those time chambers just so he could be stronger. Sure. Why not? I mean, it was kind of cool, right? He comes out for like a few seconds, just like punch Goku and Vegeta at the same time, and get to gloat and let him know that he's stronger again. But what do you do with that story, you know? How do you make that story original without just telling the same story? I mean, I think as an audience member for Dragon Ball, I'm pretty aware that even if they kill Frieza, they can just bring him back again and again and again. So that's a pretty tall order, I guess. Even a team of motherfucking writers are taking their time. Either that or they already have the finished story because they don't give a shit. They're like, fans, they're going to fucking love it no matter what. Which is possibly true. So I'm guessing that they're stalling just to build anticipation. That's the only reason I see why they're fucking waiting on it. There's still a ton of stuff they could do with Dragon Ball Super Season 2. Why are they not doing that? I don't know. Maybe they are doing it. They're fucking secretive as hell. They're like Nintendo. Can you tell us it? No! Only when we want to. Just a little? No! Okay, so switch to nothing. Nintendo says that the game key cards are more efficient. That way they can charge you less instead of charging more. So when you buy a game, a physical copy, you don't get the fucking game anymore. You get a game key card to put into the game system itself, even if it doesn't have the game in it. It's kind of like one of those little Switch cartridges that games are now, but it's empty. It's strange looking. You should check one out online. It's stupid. But with the absence of the game itself, they can now charge you less. By less, I still mean like $70, $80, $90, depending on the game. Which is stupid because that's more expensive than Xbox games, PlayStation games. So their excuse is, it is because Trump. Okay, I get it. The tariffs are more expensive now. Okay. So some people say that that's stupid of Trump to do, because if he raises the taxes, then they're going to raise, international taxes as well. But they missed the point, which is Trump said that he was going to be more focused on making things inside the nation instead of having to, bring in stuff overseas or from other countries, which obviously is smart. But yeah, of course, it'll affect us when it comes to getting stuff from other countries. So I guess it makes sense, but also I think, fuck you, Nintendo. I haven't liked you since I bought the Switch when was it? It was probably like 3 years ago. And I started playing Mario Odyssey, and I thought that one was great. I started playing the Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, and I thought it was okay. It was a lot of hype. The game was full of itself, pretty much. And so the entire time that you're playing it, you're thinking, whoa, something incredible is going to happen. And then you beat the game and you realize it never happened. The game is just good at pretending it's really good. When you play the game, you'll enjoy it in small increments. But then if you're like me with the OCD, you're waiting for that wow moment to happen. And you might get little bits and pieces of wow, but they're not enough. Especially when you realize, hey, didn't I already play this story before? It's so similar. All the Zelda games are so similar. I've never played the Twilight Princess one, so I have no idea about that one. I'd be willing to, if Nintendo would be willing to let me. I don't really feel like going out of my way to purchase a GameCube or a Wii just to play it. And I don't feel like watching a 14-hour video on YouTube just to say, oh, yeah, that looked alright. I don't feel like it. So, other than the epic Mario games and Zelda games, which are just, they're okay, I guess. I kind of resent that Nintendo doesn't put out its best games. Like it pretends that it has no idea. And never lowers the price of their older games, which I think is fucking stupid. You might say, oh, that's brilliant from a financial perspective. Yeah, I guess. But it's also kind of scumbaggish, you know? It's not for nothing that I think that they never made a deal with PlayStation or Xbox to include their games with those systems. I think it's because they're hanging from a thread, a very thin thread. They may have been the original game people, but they didn't really evolve very much. They have the shittiest system out there, even with this new Switch 2 coming out. It does way less than the other systems, but they want to charge the same fucking price. No thank you. Fuck you, Switch 2. And fuck your games as well. I understand that the new Metroid 4 is coming out. I'll just watch somebody play it on Twitch. I'll do the same thing with the Duskborn exclusive from that guy Miyazaki, one of the two Miyazakis. Are those two guys related? Hayao Miyazaki related to the Souls games Miyazaki? Probably. I know. Officially, no. In reality, yeah, I bet. Is that his son? Very possible. Why not? It makes sense. Daddy, write me another story. Why not? Well, hopefully Trump does make companies make what the people want for the nation instead of... Because, yeah, it never really did make sense. It's like, do you need that from that country? No? Then, lay off. If that country wants to profit over here, then yeah, it makes sense. Make them pay for it. I mean, I understand that it makes sense the other way around too. They're just going to respond by giving America higher tariffs as well. Well, everybody should just make their own shit. How about that? Why not? Is that out of line? I heard that Half-Life 3 is finished and playable. They just need to announce it and start selling it. I'm actually excited for this because even though I don't have that much experience with Valve games, I've heard so much about the Half-Life games. I think I once rented Half-Life, and I can't remember why I didn't play it. It was for the PlayStation 3. The graphics just look like shit. And I couldn't put up with that. It kind of reminded me of what I hear a lot of people say about The Office. Wait, it gets better. Which I didn't watch. I saw the first season of The Office and I thought, this is trash. I'm so fucking bored. I don't care about any of these characters. Why does anybody watch this shit? It's probably the same answer as why anybody thought Half-Life 1 or 2 were good. I've tried forcing myself to watch a video, a walkthrough of the game. I still can't. It's so fucking boring. But when I saw Half-Life Alyx for virtual reality on the what's that stupid shit called? The Facebook VR thing, Meta. I think it's also on Steam. That looked cool. I wanted to try that. But of course, I would have if they would have released it on PlayStation, but then they didn't. They did some other stupid shit where you can use your PlayStation 5 VR2 headset on Steam if you have a PC, which I don't. Half-Life 3, I'm assuming, would look good. So, the only games from Valve that I did play and enjoyed very much were the Portal games, Portal 1 and 2. So, hopefully there's a 3 coming out one day. I loved those puzzles. Not only the puzzles, the story with GLaDOS. That second game felt amazing. It felt like a perfect game. It's one of my favorite games. What else did they do? I think Valve was involved with Left 4 Dead 2. I think. And I've seen some videos of that, and it looks way better than the shitty excuse for a sequel we got on PlayStation called Back for Blood or some shit. I can't remember. It was a piece of shit. I hated that game. It was so stupid. So stupid. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great, which I think is what we all want from a video game. Especially if they tease greatness. Like Grand Theft Auto 6, it's teasing, this is going to be amazing. This is going to change everything. This is basically everything Rockstar has ever done, put into one game of greatness, and I won't be surprised if it's a giant piece of shit. More than likely, Rockstar is going to make and it takes two or take two. I don't know what the fuck their company is called now. Take Two Entertainment. They're going to make a lot of money. Just out of curiosity alone. The game could be a piece of shit. The dog thinks it's going to be a piece of shit. I'll give it a chance, you know. I'm willing to give it a chance just because it's been like 20 years since Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and there's been so many great games in between that time from that company. I really loved Max Payne 2. Manhunt 2, not so much. Bully. Fuck, man. Bully was such an awesome game. I mean, it's not a game I would play now. But when it came out, it was something very special. Why was there no sequel? Why was there no Max Payne 4? Max Payne 3 was amazing. That shit was epic. I can't remember this other one. I don't think it was Rockstar. There was Kane and Lynch 1 and especially 2, but I don't think that was Rockstar. Love that fucking game though. Why has there not been a third one? At one point they were even going to make a movie starring Bruce Willis. Stupid Hollywood bullshit. So Grand Theft Auto 6 put out their second trailer, which was a lot better than the first one. The first one just... it was garbage. I think that was aimed at low IQ people. They'll watch that commercial and think, yeah! Or whatever the fuck they think. Nigga ho. Oh shit. Sorry. I've been listening to Kanye West, who no longer calls himself Kanye West because West is his slave name. And now he calls himself Ye, which sounds cheerful. He just released a new single called Heil Hitler. And I've seen some of his tweets, his X posts, videos of him reading what seems to be the original version of Mein Kampf, because the more readily available versions of Mein Kampf are translated by Jewish people. And isn't that strange? And the original one pretty much does read that the Jewish people, in Adolf Hitler's opinion, in many people's opinion, are a hateful supremacist group that does believe they are superior to everyone and therefore gives them the right to lie, manipulate, and control everyone else at any cost. They are the bankers. And it has some other information there from World War II that goes completely against what we're all taught in school. I'm not a fan of celebrities. I don't really have role models anymore. I used to like people like Stanley Kubrick, David Lynch, Stephen King, Trent Reznor. I don't know who else, but as I get older and find more information, especially about the media, who controls it, the celebrity zeitgeist bullshit propaganda machine, and why actors are referred to as stars. Just check out Tyler Hanson's Fittest Flat Earther videos, and one of those videos might get you to rethink Hollywood. 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 It's a pretty cool song, though. Nigga, huh, Hitler? I can't help myself when they get to that part, because that's kind of like the, I don't know what you would call it. That's the hook and the chorus, but it's also the ending. I don't know. I like it a lot. Although, I don't know why he's saying, nigga, huh, Hitler? Because, I was looking it up, like, what does Heil mean in German? And it says, well, it's just like saying hail or a salute. But then the translator says otherwise. It says, Heil means, in English, unhurt. Unhurt Hitler? I don't understand. And Gemini explains that it's hail, it's salute, and it's often paired by the Nazi salute with Sieg, which means victory. So I thought Sieg Heil, because that's how I've heard it said, like in that one movie, American History X. Yeah. Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil. And, but if Sieg is victory and Heil is a salute or a hail or unhurt, victory unhurt, Sieg Heil? I don't know. I put Sieg Heil on the translator and it said nothing. I put Heil Sieg and it says that means hail victory. But I've never heard anybody say Heil Sieg. Hail Sieg. So, nigga, Heil Hitler. I don't know. Instead of nigga ha Hitler, it would have made more sense if he would have said, like, Sieg Heil Hitler. They don't understand me. I can't see my daughter. Even without the money and the riches and the fame, I can't see my daughter. For anybody that has a rebellious streak, whenever a bunch of unknown people or corporations try to tell me, or people like me, don't listen to this, we're gonna listen to this. Like, there was a video of a white kid. This boy looked like he was 11 or 12, but he was overweight, so he looked actually younger, just like a tall 8-year-old, almost 9 or 10. And he was in a park, and there was some black people, some black kids that looked older than he was, just bothering him for no reason, just kicking him and smacking him in the back of the head. And when he tried to stand up for himself, saying, like, don't do that, why are you doing that, they would just laugh and insult him. And then one of them, as soon as, very cowardly, as soon as the boy turned around, attacked him from behind and hit him so hard that he was just bleeding. Videos like that I've been watching for over a week, and it's just bothersome, alarming, and I didn't want to go in that direction just yet. So let me get back. The story has a very nice ending, though. Whoever posted the video and commented on it and was trying to spread it all around offered, like, I will pay for that boy to have taekwondo or jiu-jitsu, I can't remember which, lessons for life or some shit like that, which, that's wonderful. That's really great to see people helping other people from a fucked up situation where clearly the scum in charge, the actual scum in charge, not the actors, not the puppets that are pretending that we're making all the decisions. Sure you are. Sure you are. The real leaders don't show their faces. They're not giving you an option to to change them for anybody else. The real leaders don't show their faces. These politicians that we're supposed to think that we voted into power, those aren't the leaders. Actors. Like I've seen videos of the guy that was the leader of I don't know where the fuck that talked with Trump and JD, and then live on television they were having this pathetic little argument. I've seen videos of that guy and the guy in France, the guy that's married to a tranny, you know, partying like very flamboyantly at the club some years past, and they're actors. They're actors in the club. And then I saw pictures of Putin, like not even 10 years ago, when he got locked up, when he was going to get investigated and all that. And then all of a sudden, there's a new Putin. And it looks just like the other guy, but different. If you put a side-by-side picture, you can see that, oh, that's not him anymore. So they can easily just excuse it by saying, well, he had surgery done, you know, to you know, look more young. Yeah, he's into the bitches, and you know, he wanted to look young. So I say that because I think it was 10 years maybe where there was some, I didn't look it up, I didn't give a shit. There was news about a porno, and he was like with two other women, and I was like, okay, whatever with this bullshit. I mean, how does that shit even happen? You know, it's one thing to hear some bitches talking about how Bill Clinton, he did this, and yeah, and me too, and whatever. It's completely different to have a porno of Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky going at it. I would be questioning, like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? So I don't know how that shit ever got released. I didn't look into it. But obviously he was being set up so they could replace him. The video of this young boy getting violently beaten by animals, I mean, what else can you call them? You know? How can you excuse it? There's an innocent child trying to play in a park, and there's these violent things just trying to bother, and then acting like they're the ones being attacked when they are the they're the ones antagonizing. Who acts like that? Who rebels in chaos more? Who can't enjoy peace because they need to bother someone? They're fucking animals, and you know what? Not even animals act like that. So I'm being insulting to animals. Parasites, insects, bugs. Bugs will bug you. Demons? I don't know. And I'm not trying to say that all black people are the same, because they're not. And I know from seeing a lot of videos from black people talking about how they themselves also have black fatigue. I don't know. And it's a slippery slope to go down and investigate, because it's a fact. Not all black people are bad. So where are the bad ones coming from? The satanic leftists, aka the stupid Democrats, piece of shit Indian Kamala Harris. Kamala is an Indian name, and dead body Biden, and who the fuck knows who else, let a ton of immigrants, not families, all military age males, into the fucking country. Is it coup d'etat? It's a fucking invasion. It's a militarized invasion, because they can do whatever they want, right? And if you defend yourself, you'll have consequences. This is what we're noticing. And they come prepared. I mean, they're told flat out, if they even try to defend themselves or act like they have a problem, just call them racist. That's their... Oh, man. I was going to say that's their N-word, except honestly, because of the Shiloh Hendricks and Carmelo Anthony situation, I have to say the obvious. I have to state the obvious for logical reasons. The N-word is not even the N-word for them, because they say it so often. So I agree with Matt Walsh and what he said about the black kid at the park that Shiloh Hendricks referred to as a nigger, probably has heard that word before. That wasn't the first time that he's ever heard the word. He possibly uses that word on a daily basis. He more than likely hears it at home. You can't have it both ways. I mean, either that word is okay for everyone to use, or it's not okay for anyone to use. And we hear two different things back. We hear black people saying, you're right, nobody should use it. And we hear other black people saying, no, it's our way of taking it back. So if you drop the ER and now it's nigga, then it's fine. Okay. Really? I don't know, man. There's a the word became meaningless. Like, it couldn't be weaponized against white people when this woman used it, and then the internet tried to say that now it's okay to kill her and her family because of that word. That is so fucking... That's black fragility right there. I mean, how is it possible that anybody thinks that saying a word makes it okay now to murder them? I've lived around black people before. Not for too long, but it was long enough. I was friends with a few black people, and they said nigga every other word. And after I don't know how many months of hanging out with them, I started saying nigga every other word. You can't put songs for the masses saying nigga, nigger, nigga this, nigga that in the songs. And, you know, maybe they should have a label that says exclusive to black people and nobody else. So that, you know, that's like a warning sign, like, this isn't for you. We don't want you hearing this. I mean, we'll still hear it, but at least it'll make more sense. Like, yeah, don't sing it. Don't sing along to that. Because you're white. Which is fine. I mean, if what Candace Owens says about the rap industry is correct, that they're all gay, I don't want to listen to that music anymore anyways. And I'm not saying that I agree with Kanye West, which is not to say that I entirely disagree, but he goes about doing shit in such a weird fucking way. I mean, hey, look, this is my new wife. She's looks like Kim Kardashian, but she's Italian, and check her out naked. Take lots of pictures. What the fuck? I mean, it'd be one thing, like, if you had a professional photo shoot done and she looks amazing and you're like, this is amazing. This is the woman I'm married to. Check it out. Okay. I would kind of get that a little more than strip naked, take pictures, turn around so they can see your ass. That is some weird shit. So you do that, and then all of a sudden you drop the Heil Hitler song. I saw the Piers Morgan interview, which was hilarious. Hilarious. Fuck Piers Morgan. He's a scumbag piece of shit. I don't give a fuck about anything he says. He's a dumb bitch idiot. Sorry. But he is. He's so stupid. He's so bought and paid for, this guy. Are you a racist? Are you a dirty racist? You're a disgusting racist. He was talking to... what is her name? Hold on. Okay. It's Lily Gaddis. She went on the Piers Morgan Uncensored. Right. Stupid asshole. And he had some other guests on there that were easily offended. And you had the perfect example of black fragility when one guy lost his mind and said to Piers, "Don't invite her to say the N-word because then I'll be the victim." Oh, man. Maybe you can see it in the eyes when somebody is not there. There's no light in their eyes. Like that one guy, he had these beady fucking dead looking eyes. And the guy to the left of him was also black, but there was something there in his eyes. Like, I don't know, but I've noticed this. The two types of black people, maybe there's more, but right now I'm just gonna say two. The educated and the miseducated. Miseducation means you don't really know anything that's real, which is why even if you think you're educated, you don't know how to do anything correctly. Maybe, okay, here's the third one. A low IQ person, which is not the miseducated, which they're dangerous, but low IQ people are even more dangerous. Low IQ people will lie to you in the stupidest ways imaginable because they're not smart enough to think, no, this is actually a pretty obvious lie. Low IQ people can't put up with not being told, yes, here you go, and they become violent animals. So it's a layered answer as to where these low IQ people are coming from. And it's a long explanation. The propaganda machine, which is motivated and pushed by the goblins, the bankers, and that one criminal state that has been getting away with a lot of shit for like over 100 years more. The goblin people that have been kicked out of like 199 countries, which is just insane. I can't look up the entire story because the media is owned by them, and so I can't find the entire story. And every once in a while I'll get little bits and pieces on how and why they were kicked out of this country and then out of that country, and then yeah. So I really want to go live in a country that doesn't have them in it or has very little of them. Oh, man. I can't wait for a future where they're not in it. And hopefully that'll be soon. The world is too fucking cartoony, like a soap opera. And I know it doesn't have to be that way. I know it's forced to be that way. Like even the stupid low IQ people. They were made that way by the goblins, pumping out misinformation about how they're the victims. And if you know anything about victims, you know that people fight for that title because it means that you can do whatever wrong thing you want to do and it's okay because you're the victim. So if you victimize someone else while wearing the title of victim, then it's okay because you're the victim. It's basically a bullshit lie, but I mean, we in this country, we so deify people with the title of victim, even in the court of law. You know, you can research that the quote victim will not have any consequences in the proceedings of the court So, like, let's say they find out that what do you call them? The accused is actually innocent, and that the, quote, victim, this is a real title, the victim made it all up because they were upset and they just felt like fucking with this other person. It's in the rules that there will be no repercussions. And you know what? Even if they find out that it was a lie, they won't immediately toss it out. They won't immediately toss out the case. They'll actually let the defendant sit in jail or in suspense in hopes that they might still get that person to sign a guilty plea. It's fucked up. Honestly, I don't think there's any ready, quick solution for this big ass problem. It would take the unification of the real people to resist the enemy. It's okay, before I fall over the edge, let me go back to what I was saying about Grand Theft Auto 6, which comes out in a year. No, never mind. That was it. Okay. Let me see if I can go back a little, because I keep jumping ahead of myself. Amazon ruins yet another franchise. The Wheel of Time, Lord of the Rings, and now 007. Brought to you by Amy Pascal. What's up with that last name? Oh, man. So pretty much anyone in Hollywood, last name Pascal, is bought and paid for. Speaking of Pascal, he's in that new show called The Last of Us Season 2, which is basically just the second video game. I kind of thought they would learn from the video game, from the mistakes that were made. Because while everyone unanimously loved the first game, I think almost everyone unanimously hated the second game. It didn't have any fan service. Any. There were no real surprises other than Joel getting killed, which was really fucking dumb, because the fans were lied to. I mean, if you watch that first release trailer of The Last of Us 2, you see Joel saying something like, "Where are we going now? You ready? Let's do this," or some shit. And then you play the game for just a little bit, and he gets killed. So I saw the first episode of Season 2, and I thought, oh, this is alright. I'm not watching any more of it. Too many people put up videos of, Joel just gets killed, just like in the game. You know, I didn't have a problem whatsoever with the Walking Dead comic book. I didn't have a problem with the Walking Dead show trying to do its own deviated thing and coming up with an original kind of take on the comic book story. Why didn't the stupid HBO show do the same thing? Are they fucking stupid? I think they are. Nobody liked that. It really is part of the Jewish Talmudic propaganda of trying to get everyone to self-sabotage. Cut your own penis off, cut your own breasts off, you know, don't accept who you are. God clearly made a mistake when he made you. But that's fine. You can fix God's mistakes now by mutilating yourself, by not living a normal life, by harassing others if they don't want to go along with your deluded fantasy, by destroying your children, giving them puberty blockers or some other mutilation shit. It's straight out of The Art of War, you know. Don't kill your enemies. Get them to kill themselves for you. The asshole scumbag behind The Last of Us, Neil Druckmann. Who the fuck is ever gonna buy anything of his ever again? His name is Cancer now. Who's even gonna watch this fucking show anymore? I'm not gonna watch any of it. I don't give a fuck. Not even to review it. I don't give a shit. If anyone is stupid enough to make themselves watch this garbage to make videos, you're fucking stupid. You need to ignore the bad shit. I know, it's part of journalism. You have to sacrifice yourself and like watch the stuff or whatever. No, you don't. Anything Marvel does is trash because Disney is trash. I didn't watch Snow White. I'm not going to. Who would? Unless you're paid money to do that, which I'm not. Why would anybody watch that piece of shit? Watch the original, the illustrated one. That's a great one. There's no need for a remake. Snow Brown and Gal Gadot is the evil witch who's so jealous of Rachel Ziegler's looks. Fuck that garbage. Anyway, so Disney is trash. Complete trash. There's no reason to ever watch another Disney movie again. Not in this life. There might be reason to have Disney Plus, especially if you have a VPN, because you can put it on Canadian internet and you get Hulu without commercials for free, built right into Disney Plus. Who watches the Marvel movies or Marvel shows anymore? Thunderbolts came out, and I used to really enjoy the comic book, but I can see from the commercials that this movie has never even read, doesn't know anything about the comic book, has none of the characters from the comic book. And I heard that halfway through its like first or second week, they actually changed the title to The New Avengers. I don't know if that's true or not, but that would be the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. a movie changing its title while it's still in theaters. I have no motivation to watch that piece of shit. I kind of feel like they were trying to go for a Guardians of the Galaxy feel, but completely failed. It was just so fucking pathetic. Who are these idiot people that work on this trash? I never want to watch anything they do ever. The new Marvel big time event movie coming out is Fantastic Four. I have no idea who's actually excited for this. Ben Grimm does not sound like Ben Grimm. He sounds gay. Johnny Storm looks abnormally gay. Why? I mean, look at Chris Evans. He was Johnny Storm. Why don't you get a non-gayish looking Johnny Storm? Or is the gayish look the point? And I kind of think it is. I don't have a problem with Pascal or the other woman playing Reed Richards and Sue Richards. That's fine. Whatever. I have a problem with Black Girl Magic Silver Surfer. When I saw that, that was just the final nail on the coffin for me. I don't give a fuck what you make Galactus look like. I still want a big giant toy of Galactus. But this movie can go fuck itself. And it's a piece of shit. And I know it's trying to make fun of actual fans. Pretty much just... I think it's kind of obvious that they feel that, well, real fans of Fantastic Four are old now, so we don't care if they don't like it. Stupid, dumb, young people don't care, and they're the ones that are going to watch it. And, yeah, that's probably true. You would have to be young and stupid to watch this movie. Young and stupid people wouldn't see a problem with, this bullshit. Man. This is why I don't like young people. They don't see the problem. They have to get old before... so they can finally start to see the big picture of things. This is why those cocksuckers really love to push the narrative into movies and everything that young people are the best when young people don't know anything. They're stupid as fuck. They don't know anything. They know what they were taught in school, which is all bullshit. So they literally don't know anything. The Silver Surfer is an extraterrestrial man named Norrin Rad. Not Black Girl Magic. Fuck you and DEI and all your fucking Talmudic bullshit. I honestly hate going on X now. And it's kind of addicting at the same time. It's like seeing a car crash or a train wreck. It's horrible. You don't want to see it, but you don't look away. That's how going on X feels for me. I see a ton of these horrible stories where black people are violently hurting white people. And I hate it. I dislike it so much. But how do you turn away? How do you just go back to pretending that's not happening? There's a bunch of other stories of there's a lot of really good information, and I posted a lot of them up on my profile, but it's not healthy. I mean, I will become a full-blown racist if I keep watching those videos, but it's like, at the same time, it's reality. It's what's going on, and they don't seem fake. Not at all. Anyways, there's a lot of good information on X, and I've tried sharing it whenever I see it. So check out my X, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about. That it's kind of difficult to walk away from all that information and all those videos just proving everything before your eyes and not feel pretty much like a racist, like a bigot. I mean, it's hard. It's very difficult after seeing all the evidence. I dare you. Just don't stay on there the entire day, because it is taxing. It is mentally draining. And now let me flip it on back to shit that really doesn't matter, but why not? God, this feels so stupid. Demon Slayer has a new movie coming out in theaters July 18. It'll be about, I think, the final story, pretty much, when all the pillars or the major demon slayers, they're gonna fight the bad guy in his underground infinity castle or whatever. I read ahead all the way to the end, and it makes sense why they're going to cut it up into 3 movies, but I think that's supposed to be the main ending, unless they're going to push for yet another season after this one, which I don't think they should if they stay true to the comic book, the manga. I'll definitely watch that in theaters. And who wrote that thing? Who knows? It's a woman, but who knows what her name really is, because fuck you. They're not actually written by people. It's groups of people. Come on, just be honest, you fucking Freemason bastards. I don't know why I have this bullet point here. Tom Green has a fiance, and her name is Amanda. I've seen her in a couple of videos. I've been a Tom Green fan since he first came on MTV with his bullshit show, which paved the way for a lot of bullshit shows. He seemed to be a real asshole, but he knew how to do it in a way that made him that came off not feeling like he's such an asshole himself. If that makes any sense. He was an asshole for fucking around with his parents as much as he did. It made him famous. He directed Freddy Got Fingered, which is probably one of the funniest movies ever made. I'm not sure what I could even put up against it. Maybe The Man with Two Brains? I don't know. Jackass? And then he married, I think, Drew Barrymore. And I thought, oh, this is great. This is great. Look at him get along in Freddy Got Fingered. This is gonna be good. But it wasn't. Drew Barrymore is probably a nightmare. I mean, she's rich and famous since she was a kid doing drugs. Yes, she's probably a fucking nightmare. I don't think she's anything like her public persona. Tom Green didn't really say. But after that, he started his own internet show before YouTube was even fucking doing it. And then he started his own podcast before anybody was even doing podcasts. So the guy's fucking amazing. And then I don't know what he did. He bought like a log cabin so he can go live in the woods. Amazing. Just incredible. That's what I wish I could do. I would love to go live in a forest and have all that stuff as well. Where you can travel and work. Where you can live in the middle of nowhere and still have internet. It's awesome. I was extremely jealous of him. And now, completely jealous, but I'm happy for him that he has a partner named Amanda, and she is a very good-looking lady. So, congratulations to him. You know what? I kind of want to have his picture up now of people that I look up to. Tom Green, for sure. He has a new stand-up special and I think a documentary series on Amazon. And of course he has his own channel, which I subscribe to on YouTube. And that's all I really wanted to say about Tom Green. Anything else would be, I wish he would make more movies. I mean, what the fuck? He made Freddy Got Fingered, which was amazing. And then nothing. I wish he would get back to work on that. But I don't know. Maybe the Goblin Kingdom messed with him a little too much and he just didn't feel like it anymore. But that would be... It is a fucking tragedy because I really, really wish he would make more movies. That movie was such a great, unique film. And I would love more. Oh, wait, I thought of another movie that's right up there with the funniest ever. Team America World Police. Yes, that one made me kick in my seat. It was so damn funny. I loved the vomit scene. You gotta watch it to get it. Here's another quick little bullet point that I don't even understand why it's on there, but fuck it, why not? Jailbreaking anything. I've never done that to any of my devices, to a cell phone, a tablet, or anything else that you can jailbreak. I haven't done it. I think I'm a little afraid of, like, well, what if I jailbreak the Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation or the iPhone, and then all of a sudden the shit says, like, oh, well, now it's not going to work right. You can't get the new update. You know, stuff like that. Maybe it's only worth jailbreaking a device when the shit company stops releasing updates because your shit's too old now. I kind of, yeah, like, then it makes sense. I think I have a tablet like that, an iPad, maybe a computer. So, yeah, it's not that I don't see that there are benefits to jailbreaking your devices. It's just that they might know, they might find out. Like, I can't jailbreak a PlayStation without Sony finding out and then all of a sudden telling me that. Damn. I hate my headphones. Wow. Let me see if I can turn this shit off. Yeah, what the fuck, machine? Man, I sure do hate fucking pigeons. I hate hearing them so much. I hate hearing their wings flap. I hate hearing their disgusting mating calls. I want to kill them. I'm so sick of them. If I could, I would kill them all. Hate fucking pigeons. Hate them with a passion. I really should invest in a BB gun, but then I feel that if I kill them while they're on top of the house, that's going to bring a lot of problems. Can't I just pay somebody to do it for me? Get rid of them somehow? And then how? How do you get rid of them? Do you put bleach powder? Like, I put bleach powder in front of my fence because at night I've noticed some cats fucking come into my yard and shit. And since I started throwing like bleach powder along the fence, they're not coming in. So I like that. I wonder if bleach powder would get rid of the pigeons as well. But how do I toss it all the way up there? I don't have a tall ladder. I think I could do it. Maybe. Should experiment with that. And I might experiment with the jailbreaking. Maybe. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that for this episode. Maybe I'll talk about just one more thing. So, I have a friend that I've had for like 2 decades now, and she has her own, I don't even know what the fuck to call it, professional Instagram profile where she is a journalist for all things heavy metal. She loves rock. And her brother has his own heavy metal band that she's been like the number one fan of for like 2 decades now. And she's had this Instagram account for like 2 years now, and she grew it to close to 20,000 followers. And I was like, what the fuck, man? How? Let me do that shit too. So here's what she does. She'll make tiny little clip videos, and I mean like something ridiculous, like maybe 10 seconds. And when I saw these years ago, I thought, well, they're good, but they're really short. They feel like commercials for something bigger, except the bigger thing never comes. And okay, but you kind of get. I started to understand the formula because it's so small, so short. It's easy to make something quality for a few seconds, right? So that's her speed, and it works for her. Make a quality video that's only like a few seconds long that you can put on a bunch of different platforms. I'm assuming I haven't seen her stuff in other platforms. I've seen them on YouTube, and it's still shit to me because it feels uh, like it's just building anticipation for a big payoff that never comes. And I thought she was going to do a podcast because she had invited me to do one years ago, about 5 years ago. And I wanted to, but I couldn't at the time. And then nothing got done with that. She started her own jewelry company with like handmade jewelry. And some of it's nice. And, it's getting better and better. And I'm the one that came up with her jewelry company name. So, of course, I have to support it. I'm not going to come up with I'm not going to say the name here just because of fucking Anthony Carmelo. My account is now about truth, freedom of speech, Christianity, exposing the Satanists. I don't think it's going to be about entertainment anymore. I hate the entertainment business. Honestly, it's so much trash. But I mean, I'm kind of glad it is because it kind of opened my eyes to maybe it's always been trash. Now it's just too on the fucking nose. It's not subtle at all. Yeah. I haven't done much with the YouTube. I want to do little essay projects on things that I love and enjoy. Maybe every once in a while putting out some videos that expose the truth. But I don't know. The truth is something so opposite of what they tell us it is that most people would find it horrifying, terrible. It would just be repulsive because the programming we've all gone through would make us react that way to what the truth actually is. So the truth isn't something popular whatsoever. The few people that will appreciate it are practically nothing compared to all the masses who will just flat out reject it. Even the ones that it would help, which is almost all of them. Anyways, about my friend, she's got a smart formula. Small videos and a ton of hashtags. I'm trying to get into hashtags. Yeah. Maybe that'll help. We'll see. We will see. Alright. That's enough for now. But also, she's a fucking Satanist, so that I think also has a lot to do with why she has such a large following. Okay, that's it. Talk to you later. Goodbye.